Orlando success with good old top sports debate. I just got finished watching the Kwame Brown and the Pivot interview. I have so many thoughts. I'm not at home, not at the studio. I'm out hustling, getting some money. But let's talk about it. My first reaction. First thing first, the Pivot whole cast was very timid and careful when they first met him. When he first came on the show, looked like they didn't have a pre-game, pre-interview talk and kick it and vibe. So they was like tiptoeing. And I'm like, man, why is they acting like this? So, chanting like, man, you tall as hell. I didn't know you was this big. So they was kind of intimidated of him. Once the interview went, he's articulating himself, and it felt like they wanted to get him to admit what he did wrong and this and this and this. And he stood 10 toes down on his 100% beliefs, calling out Stephen A. Smith, calling out all of them, because a lot of them, especially Ryan, is going to get uncomfortable because he worked with Stephen A. Smith. So he's not about to say anything bad about him. Kwame like, no, let's go to it. Everything he said was truthful. Everything he said was real. There's a reason why Kwame Brown disappeared and overnight he exploded as the #1 internet sensation, basically. Because he was saying what people was thinking, and he was being charismatic and goofy and hood with it. That's just 100% truth. We liked it, we respect it. Now, the next thing, come on, dude. Come on. Yeah, pay attention, old lady. Jesus Christ. Old lady on their phone. It's usually the kids be on their phone looking down. Me, I got a mount where I can look straight, drive. I don't even gotta look at y'all. Jesus. Hell, I was saying. So, when Kwame Brown talked about his career and stuff, it's like, okay, yeah, you're a bust. The problem is, yes, we heard the term bust, such as not living up to your expectations. You're the #1 pick. So who's the biggest bust? We want to talk about it all the time. And honestly, he's breaking it down from a standpoint. I grew up without a father. Let me know who watching this. Did you grow up without a father? I've been shot at. Let me know, people in here, have you been shot at? I had to pay bills as a 14-year-old, at 50% of bills. I remember when I was a kid growing up, and my best friend Hugh, he had to help his parents pay bills. And I understood it at a young age. When we were 16, I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, bro, we supposed to be kids. I'm like, bro, you paying bills. I don't even imagine that. I just get to enjoy being a kid and all that type of stuff. He didn't get to enjoy the same luxury of doing that because he had a different situation in his household, right? And he's like, from me going from that to changing my whole family dynamic and becoming the #1 draft pick, one of the first. He didn't down Michael Jordan. He didn't do the blame game. He just told his perspective on what happened and why he couldn't maximize his potential. And it's either you could agree with it, you could disagree with it. End of the day, it was good. So they finally started to lighten up. I just think none of them was familiar of how Kwame, like, they didn't watch any of his stuff, because if I seen Kwame today, it's 100% love. Kwame, what's going on? We can talk consciousness. Like, our conversation is going 100% pro-black, white supremacy, helping out the black community. We can do that for hours because he's intelligent enough to have those conversations. They just thought he just was going to come and be and just smack somebody. And then talking about the narrative of being black and being angry, he's like, yes, I was black and I was angry because of X, Y, and Z. When you guys look at a Ryan Leaf, who was a first draft pick, who was a bust, who got on drugs, who went to jail, he still can go out to the community and be respected. But when I was going out, Kwame Brown. Kobe and Kwame together scored 81 points. And Kobe had 81 of them. You know, like, they made a whole generational meme and embarrassment of him. And once he decided to talk back, out of the decades of them talking shit about him, as soon as he started to defend himself, everybody got terrified. So I love it. It was a good interview. It could have been even better if they dug deep into who he was, but I think you can do a 3-hour conversation with him. It could have kept on going. I just think they wasn't all the way prepared, but it's good. What's y'all thoughts in the comments?